Alright, what's up, guys? People ask a lot if there's any build that can do declone, Uber Tristram, and mini Ubers. And so I got on Plugy and put one together for us. This is a martial arts assassin that's using the declone claw to proc amp damage, and they're using Tiger Strike to deal a ton of physical damage. So the declone claw works really well with Tiger Strike. Our main damage is obviously Tiger Strike, so we're gonna max that. Don't touch traps. There's no synergies for Tiger Strike, so don't touch anything else in martial arts. Max Claw and Dagger Mastery for more claw damage and attack. Burst of Speed. Weapon Block. Then we're going to go 1-1-1 and dump the rest of our points in Shadow Warrior. But really, you can do whatever you want with them. Like, you can get Dragonflight if you want. Gear. Obviously, the Declone Claw, core to the build, so you can't really make this as your season starter build. But if you can get your hands on one of these, you can go with this build. Guardian Angel for the max res and the attack rating against demons. Really big since we're fighting demons. Crown of Ages for the fizz damage reduction, reduced curse duration, res. 3 sockets, we got ISED jewels. Metal Grid, attack rating and all res. Got an F Bartuk. We've got Zod Ohm in there for indestructible and more damage. Waterwalks. Dwarf Star for fire absorb and life. T-Gods for max light res, strength, vit. Ravenfrost for attack rating and CBF and cold absorb dex. Soul Drainer for fizz pierce and monster defense per hit. We'll also be using Drax whenever we need to prevent a monster from healing. And on swap, I just have a Demon Limb for enchant fire. Could use a CTA or something, but didn't bother to make one. So I went ahead and pre-cleared the Ubers areas. So let's just go ahead and jump in. Shadow Master versus Speed, and we'll start with Lilith. So here we go. We've procced amp damage, but you see she's kind of she's healing up, so we want to get that open wounds on there. So we're gonna switch to the Drax. Now amp damage is off. It's back on, and basically we just click her till she's dead. I'm not using potions. It's just the leech that's doing all that. I'm just watching. And you could basically just go AFK if you had something to hold the mouse down for you for Lilith, as I almost die there. You could also use a Andes for Lilith to boost your poison res up. I only have like 79 poison res right now, but if you wanted to go in with like 90 plus, you could. Just make sure you got the IS you need. I think you need 40 on top of your claw with this level of burst of speed to hit your 7 frames per attack max breakpoint. Take a look at our Tiger Strike damage. It's going to oscillate between 2.5 and 4.7 on the bottom end, and then between 6 and 11 on the top end. Yeah, like I said, you could basically just go AFK here. Haven't used a single potion, just leeching through it. Had my Drax on pretty much the whole time. If you're having trouble landing amp damage, you'll want to switch to the Soul Drainers. So you can do some things where you're like switching back and forth mid-fight, but just don't need to this time. You could also use like the declone helmet, but getting 2 declone items, it's not really like gonna happen for most people. Either way, Lilith's going down, and she's dead. So the most annoying one's out of the way, fortunately. Go ahead and get a heal. Shadow Master, redo burst of speed. Like I said, I pulled them all to the I got them all pre-set up. Duriel's going down quick. Hope he continues to go down this quick. I did use a few potions when I was clearing the Lilith, but on the actual Ubers, I'm yet to use a heal potion. The mini Ubers, that is. And probably won't use any until Mephisto, actually. But you can't leech off Mephisto, so you kind of got to use heal potions. And then for the amount of time it's going to take me to heal Declone, I will use a surprisingly low number of potions, although it'll be more than 0. Just a very strong amount of leech with that Tiger Strike. And the ability to just keep both amp damage and open wounds on these guys is priceless. Really helps you keep the damage up, keeps them from healing, etc. Alright, there we go. Still haven't used a potion. And let's just jump right into Isawal since I clicked the thing already. Very similar to the other two, you could basically just go AFK during all this. Let's go with Tristram. I'm using burst of speed rather than fade. Oh, here's Mephisto. Oh, and Diablo. Let's see if I can get one of them solo. Typically Diablo likes to come run after you. I don't know what he's doing here. Here we go. Alright. Now we start beating on him. And same deal as the mini Ubers. I mean, our life leech just keeps us alive, and weapon block's such a powerful ability. We're very tanky doing this. He's a very effective Ubers killer. Wanted to get that enchant on. Probably not needed. Definitely not needed, I mean. Yeah, absolutely not needed. Doubt it even helped any. So here's Mephisto. And like I said, we're not going to be able to leech off Mephisto, but his damage is pretty low. So we'll probably just need a couple rejuves to finish him off. And he'll die quicker than Bale or Diablo. Riveting, right? Riveting. Alright. Now this guy. For those of you keeping score at home, 1 potion. See, Bale casts lower res. Just make sure I keep burst of speed up. My shadow man to come fight with me. I don't want to go it alone. So we got our shadow man here with us. Alright, and there's Uber Tristram. So, only thing left's the main event, Diablo clone. Go ahead and fill up the inventory with the rejuice for this. And we go. And just start beating on them. And what's crazy about this build is there's all this insanely dangerous damage going out. You know, the bone spirits on the floor. And my man just tanks right through it. Leeches through everything. What we want to be careful of is at the whenever the salvation aura pops off, like now, don't want to eat that. And we can't leech off him when the salvation aura is up. But we just, you know, go back in and beat on him and Leech away to heal up the damage he's doing. This has got to be the tankiest declone build there is. Close to it at least. Only 2k health, but that weapon block. Okay, so we're done with the salvation aura phases. The only thing that can hurt us now is like multiple meteors hitting us, or stacking a bunch of damage and us getting put in hit recovery and just instantly dying, which doesn't happen very often. So he's very likely to go down. I could basically AFK for the rest of the fight if I had something to hold my mouse down. Damage is a little spiky there. There's a lot piling up. But it's just really hard to do 2,000 health to this guy before he can leech 2,000 health back up. It's really hard. Don't try to do this as a non-assassin, by the way. Without weapon block, you're going to get one shot, even if you have 4k health. Amp damage just comes off instantly on him. And my game just crashed with Diablo at that percent. So I think we can all kind of agree that that was a win. He might have even been dead. I'm not sure. But there you have it. I mean, the build can do Ubers, mini Ubers, and declone. It's not terribly expensive. Obviously, the declone claw is out of this world, hard to get. But other than that, there's nothing on it that's totally insane. Like, the soul drainers don't have a good corrupt. Half the gear isn't even corrupted. Like, I'm just using plain water walks, plain dwarf star, plain raven frost, 4 all res T gods. The soul drainers have a poison res corrupt, completely useless for declone. The most important piece of gear for that. It's a max cold res, 2-socket Guardian Angel. I mean, it's not terribly uncommon to get like a 3-socket Guardian Angel. You just put an extra ohm in it. It's basically the same thing. 3-socket Crown of Ages, again, a couple high runes. F Bartuk with 2+ sockets. It's not that hard to get. So yeah, apart from the Declone Claw, it's really not that bad. I didn't show you the charms, but it was just Torch Annie. The small charms were all FHR all res, or like fire res 20 life, light res 20 life. And the grand charms were 10 max, 73 attack rating, 45 lifers. So they're nice charms. It's an expensive inventory, expensive Declone Claw, but there's certainly room to improve the build, as really no piece of gear was ideal. So yeah, build capable of doing Declone, Uber Tristram, and many Ubers. The martial arts assassin, what was it, Tiger Strike assassin with the Declone Claw. And try it out for yourself. Maybe you don't even need the Declone Claw to do all this. It's just something I messed with, got on Plugy and played around with, and trash Declone the first attempt, so I figured there was something there. I'm not like an expert at the assassin class or how melee stuff works in general. I usually just play sorceress, so I'm sure the build could be drastically improved. But anyway, hope you enjoyed watching. That's that. Peace out. Have a good one.